The vertical mobile stand allows you to create larger, customized, full body setups with our Pro and Ultra Series red light therapy panels. It's adjustable, so it can vary from 49 inches to 61 inches tall. Let's put this together. We recommend starting with this box that has this bag full of screws and nuts and bolts. Organize them by size. Once these are all organized by size, what we recommend is going to this chart and then matching them up to the letter. So if you kind of look, it looks like there's 12 of each. It seems like there's a lot more of these screws. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 12. So these ones are going to be H. So you figure that out for all of these. For a side note, there are some parts that you do not need for this vertical stand. The vertical stand originally was for mounting TVs. So all of these parts right here, which I will show you, you do not need at all. Toss them aside. We're working on doing an update on that. Here's everything we need for step 1. So these longer guys are called A in the directions. Got these 2 short guys, that's B. This guy right here is D. And then once you've organized all those screws and bolts, you'll need 8 of the letter H, 8 of the letter G, and 8 of the letter L. First order of business, I am going to take the letter H and the letter L, and we're just going to plop that guy on. Let's get this together. So this is part A right here, this longer part. You see this side right here. This is actually where the wheel goes. So this is the bottom. On this side, you are going to see 2 holes right here. They actually will match up onto this device here. So what we're going to do, slide that in. Now with the bottom showing, we're going to place the longer screw with the little washer on it. We're going to put those through those 2 holes. We'll put 2 there. Once that's done, on the other side, you'll see the 2 screws are coming through. We're going to take 2 of the washers and screw those on. You can do it with your finger as much as you can, and then to reinforce it, we have some tools that it came with. So we'll go ahead and take the wrench and just enforce it a little bit. If you want to hold the other side down while you do it, it'll help it go a little tighter. You're going to repeat the step from A, grab the other A side and put it on the same exact side. So both of these will be A, and in the back, both will be the shorter one, B. Okay, so now part A, both parts are attached here. Now let's do these shorter ones. B, just make sure to note these guys right here again, they all go on the bottom. So every single piece, these ones are going to be on the bottom. This is where the wheel goes. So let's attach B. Step 2 is going to be attaching the 4 wheels to each side here. So what we're going to do is we will flip the base of our stand over, and we take, as you can see, the wheels here, we have 2 of them with brakes and 2 of them without. So the ones with the brakes are going to go on the longer part A's, and the ones without will go on the shorter B's. To attach them, you will just screw them in. They do get a little wobbly, so try and just get as close to the base as you can. and twirl them around, get them nice and tight in there. So once they're pretty tight, we'll attach other ones. Done with step 2. For the next step, we just flip it over. That's what step 4 tells you to do, is flip it over so that you have these 2 holes. And what we're going to do is take these 2 pieces right here. They're plastic, and you're going to stick those right on top, like so. If you're following along, we are currently on step 7. The weird thing about the directions, if you're following, is that here are the directions, and then once it's done, it's another step. So we just finished that. We're moving on to step 7. You need these 2 parts here. These are letter C. They look like this. They're very heavy. And then you need these 2 screws, which are I. When you organize them, you'll see that there are only 2 of these screws in the set. So you'll need these. And then you will need these 2 washer types. They call these K. These are the only 2 that are in the pack. I like to start by just putting these washers into the screws like this, just so it's easier and you don't lose the parts. So for step 7, we are going to basically be putting this part, number C, into each of these holes, attaching it at the bottom with the screw and the washer combo. When you are attaching these, there is a part of it, it's a little hard to see, that has a big like oval shape. That's going to go on the bottom. So you'll stick one there and the other one there, just like so. They look like this. Be careful, they're a little wobbly. And my recommendation then to screw these in is hold on to these as you tip this guy over like that. I'm going to move this so that you can see how I attach the screws. At the bottom here, there's a hole in each of these. We'll take this guy, align them, and screw it in as much as I can with my hand on each side. Your kit comes with 3 different sizes of these. These are to help make these screws as tight as possible. You can see there are 3 different sizes, one skinny, one a little bit bigger, and then one the biggest. So just kind of play it by ear. It looks like these ones on the bottom need this biggest guy. You'll align that there. Righty-tighty it until it's nice and tight. And you're done with step 7. Let's lift this back up to make it step 8. So now that both part C's are in, these are adjustable, so they can adjust to your height that you want. How do you adjust them? You're going to take the silver part right here, push it in, make sure you're holding onto this top part, and slide it up, click it. If you want to move it even higher, push that silver part in, click it to whatever height that you need, boop, and you can do the same on the other side. Now for the final step of setting up the stand alone. This is what you're going to need. You're going to need those final 4 of the H screws. You're going to need the final 4 of these little G washers, the final 4 of the K guys here, and then it comes with 4 rubber ones. You're going to need those. These are called M. And you'll also need this last part. This is called E. So again, before I even screw these in, I'm just going to attach here. So first you're going to attach the hard guy here. This is L to the screw, and then you'll put this rubber M right after that. So I'm going to do this for all 4 pieces. All right, now that we have these all attached, we are going to take part E, and you see these 2 holes right here. These are where these screws are going to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to align this to the middle, This is going to take maybe an extra person if you have one, or lots of trial and error, and you are going to attach these. So this screw goes out on the other side. I'm going to take this little guy, part G, go to the back, screw it on as best as I can with my finger. We will go ahead back there and tighten it, but I like to get one on the top, and we'll get one on the other side on the bottom, so that it helps hold it up a little bit. To give you a view from the back, what I'm doing is placing the screw in here. As you can see, it plops there. I hold the front part and I attach this screw in the back as tight as I can for now. And we'll do the other one. I'll take this screw, I hold onto the front, and we just tighten as much as we can. So again, taking this, if you do want, you can hold the front part with the proper tool here while you screw the back in place, just to make sure it's extra tight. This is what's going to be holding up your panel. As to not confuse you, these parts right here come with your vertical stand. You do not need them. These are some extra screws that come with the others. You do not need those or any of these other parts, so please feel free to set these aside. Also to note, if your stand comes with these, you do not need these either. Now we're ready for step 13 and 14. Let's get these red light therapy panels on our stand. Your stand comes with two of these guys that hook up to your red light therapy panel. Some screws for that, and then another one of these handy dandy screwdriver things. If you do have more than one panel and you want to connect a few panels and you need some more of these, please feel free to email us, contact@hoogahealth.com, and we can send you some more. We've got two red light therapy panels right here we're going to connect together for you. This one is the Pro 1500. This is the Pro 750. They are flipped over backwards. The vertical stand is compatible with the Pro 750, Pro 1500, Pro 4500, or our Ultra Series 750 and Ultra 1500. It does not support the weight of our Ultra 5400, and it does not work with our HG series of red light therapy panels. We are going to want to start with our panels facing the back, and we are going to unscrew all of these guys here. Just make sure you save those because you want to put those back on when you need them. Luckily, our vertical stand comes with a screwdriver that works for that. So put that in there and let's take these screws off. I'm going to put the 750 underneath the 1500, making sure that the switches are on the same side. Okay, so now that we have all of those off, we're going to take these guys and reinforce them together. So you can see this part right here. This is actually what hooks on to the vertical stand. So you are going to just have to make sure you measure before you put the screws on to see how high you want this. And then match them up. You're going to take this bag of goodies here, these screws that look just like this, and you will start to assemble. You're going to screw them in there. They should align with some of the holes. Get as many screws in there as you can. So you're going to do that, and then you can take this handy dandy tool you got here to really make sure you reinforce that in there and it's nice and tight. All right, so now I'm going to very carefully pick up both of those red light therapy panels that are now attached, and we will hook them onto the stand. I'm giving you more of a side view of the stand so you can see how it hooks up. Also, just note that the wheels do have locks on them. Make sure that they're locked so they don't go around. Let's get this stand up. All right, here we go. I highly recommend picking it up more so from the bottom. It kind of gives you a little bit better leverage. So as you can see here, got this stand. I'm going to hook it onto the lip here. Make sure both sides are attached. And voila, it's good to go. Let's turn this around for you. And there you have it. Your red light therapy panels are connected to the vertical stand. You are able to adjust the stand. I would highly recommend taking those panels off before you do so. And I'm going to now show you how to connect these two panels to turn them on. They're going to come with this cord right here. And on this side, you can see use only for connection multiple devices. So you're going to take this part, plug it in. Oops. Plug it into the one here. Doop. And then come on down to the bottom to your other device. And you will plug this guy into there. Now that we've connected both panels with that cord, we are only going to need one of these guys. We'll plug it into the bottom one here, like so. Take this part, plug it into the wall, flip on red or near infrared on each of them, and you are good to go to have a full body vertical red light therapy healing session. But that's not all. You can also attach another section, another 1500 and 750, have them side by side to have a full body panel. I'm going to show you it in just a sec. Here we have a double, so we have two 1500s attached to two 750s. And also note that these are opposite. So you can see the switches. To have the switches on this side, we have them on that way, and then down here to have the switches on this side, we'll just have to basically turn each of these panels upside down. You'll attach just like you did the other side, and then get ready. You flick all the switches on, and you have a full body vertical red light therapy setup.